Top of the morning. What up? Chris Somebody checking in, man. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Your boy is on the West Coast. Look at that weather, man. The weather is beautiful out here, man. It got to be about 70 degrees. I'm actually in shorts, man. I'm actually in shorts today. The weather is so good, man. Who y'all got? Seattle? Patriots? What we doing? You got Seattle or you got the Patriots? Seattle got a crazy home field advantage kind of in a way. They're only 12 hours from San Francisco. They're on the West Coast. They battling a team that's all the way out east. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a good story if Sam Darnold can win, considering he was on his way to being a career backup, to mess around and win the Super Bowl and then maybe win the Super Bowl MVP. Crazy. Same with the Patriots. Drake May hasn't even been playing football that long in the NFL. It might be a second year or something, rookie second year, some shit like that. And then the post-Belichick, post-Brady era, that also would be crazy. So with that being said, I'm expecting a pretty good battle, but I do have the Seahawks winning, and I got them winning. I think it'll be close early, but I see the Seahawks pulling away and winning by probably, I'm going to give you 27-14. That's the score I'm going to give you. 27-4. I think they pull away in the second half and comfortably win a double-digit victory. That's what it is, man. So if you're placing your bets, 27-14, man. All right, that's not why we here, though. We got Letter to Hitman Remix. I told Mickey Factz 4 days ago. I hit him up. I was like, yo, it'd be crazy if you got Hitman to give you a verse. That's what I told him 4 days ago. When I told him that, this is what he sent me. He sent me this. He sends me this picture right here. He tells me I'm already on it. Right then I knew that this was going to be crazy. They both live in Atlanta. So I knew that they could actually shoot a whole video. Not none of this AI stuff. Not none of this, virtual stuff. They actually can shoot a video. So I already knew it was going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, we got to get into it. It's a lot to talk about, man. Hold on. Let me back it up. We got to get into it.
I ain't know it hit that crazy. You know what would be a fire concept though? If I wrote a letter to Hitman. Yeah. Just like a response so he knows my thought process on this whole thing, since we ain't speak in a while, you know what I mean? Hey, yo, what's up, Holla? Been a couple years since we kicked it. Wrote a letter as you had the whole scene tripping. Glad you retweeted it. The cosign seemed different. Verb using Photoshop. Thinking that the memes hit and dropped 7 days on them. Had the whole week clicking. Had the show out on them. Fuck it, I'ma remix it. Drop 7 days. Remixed it. Matter of fact, the shit'd hit harder if you remixed it.
Hold up. Already, first of all, this concept is dope. I'm gonna write a letter to Hitman. I'm gonna even use the show out. I'm gonna use remix. I'm using all of these name references, all that kind of stuff. So already the concept is dope. I wonder if they actually shot this together. And what I mean together, I mean like if they was all together shooting this, or did Mickey shoot his part first and then Hitman shot his part second and then they edited it all together. But either way, fire intro already. Like, I'm gonna write a letter to Hitman to let him know what I was thinking when I was doing this. All right, Mickey, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this, my boy.
That letter stamp from my point of view, shit, I couldn't have said it better, champ. St. Louis downfall, we used to have a stellar camp. Now we got the spin master, all he do is hella rant. Remember when he got jealous, didn't believe this shit was real. It was all good, the beef started when I hit a mill. It was only rap, so I didn't seek the guys on him. Mama didn't like his vibe, so I kept my eyes on him. You was freezing cold, so your buzz, I had to help you get it. Biggest moment of your life, my father had to help you with it. Said you hate black women, really don't get you, brother. Dumbest shit ever, cause your mother not a different color. Bitch nigga, I ain't stutter. What then got into you? 4 black daughters, how could you say that in them interviews? That's why your kids hate you. Everybody, it's a cancer. Ask your son, do we love you? Ask mine, different answer. Fans know who's who. Don't let them fool you. Your crib ain't got an upstairs. Who you talking views to? When we rest our head at, I won in that department. Keep running to them spaces, cause ain't none in that apartment. The nigga so miserable, he laughing at me playing.
Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? He is basically destroying Hitman. I mean, Verb already talking about his kids don't love you. You got you run into the space because you ain't got none in that apartment. This is bad, bro. This is bad. This is bad. I mean, Jesus, Hitman and really took the gloves off. I ain't even know he was gonna talk about the kids. He didn't really took the gloves off with this song. Hold on, let me just listen to it.
McCoy don't fuck with you. Second girls, you done ran off. Hey, you be mooking looks. I think you should listen in. My mom and my sons don't hate me. That's a bigger win. Tagging Nick to give me fire. You wanted me to cry, bro? Let's say that did work. I got 6 other jobs, though. This new Verb look. I don't know that motherfucker. Mill smoked you. You replied back, though. That motherfucker been grown. I got a son half my age, and Verb ain't gonna do shit but try to flag my page. You mean I know why you hate me? Mad cause you the brokest. What they paying you to battle? They couldn't give me the host. Ain't nobody gonna tell you I am cause I'm realer. Man, it's time for a Verb to really look in the mirror. He really think he a killer. Look at who he become. Man, it's time to tell the set that the movie is done. And once upon a time he had a voice and we heard him, but what's the point of showtime if no one is in the theater? Every day he get weirder. He ended up a failure. Well, listen closely, I got something I wanna tell. On the real shit, it's real, Verb. Where should I begin? You mad at everybody else because you fighting within. Look right in the lens. You sick, bro, your body is thin. Probably break your whole face. I land this right on your chin. Get cold at night, got nobody to hold at night. Your world crashing down on you cause your soul ain't right. Jotting these rhymes, cash bro, follow the signs. You only get one, go apologize to your moms. We know that you bluffing. Your daughters don't call you for nothing. Be a man, be a father. Tell your sons that you love them. Crowd them with facts. You're 44, you gotta relax. Stand tall, right your wrongs. Ain't too proud to be that. Watch how they react. I ain't trying to act like I'm perfect. Nobody is, but man, I bet that it's worth it. I'm at your service. I had to ignore you on purpose. Could've been killed you, but I'd rather you find your purpose. Scratching the surface, and you always stay in some drama. I get it though, it's hard to smile when you got 8 baby mamas. I'm cooking them slow. I'm sitting back looking at bro. Child support kicked his ass, that's why his book is below. Couldn't believe the last shit I heard he took for a show. And that's why he stayed to stay, cause he got nowhere to go. We used to be family, now he yell, he can't stand me. No one don't nobody like him but that bitch Sandy. Yeah. Straight from St. Louis, I was gonna let you slide.
What are we doing, bro? Hitman, have you been looking at my blogs or something to write this? Have you been looking at, I feel like me and you have been saying the same thing about Verb, bro. All of this ranting and spaces, all of this stuff is a lot of just his unhappiness of who he is as a person. Who wakes up every day to talk about someone all the time? And at first it was like, yeah, maybe it's just promo, maybe it's just cool. And it's like, no, it's your release, it's your therapy, it's your way of like, I'm gonna down this person because somehow it makes me better. And I do feel like Verb is dealing with a lot. I said, when I did the stock drop list, I said, don't be confused when you see Verb and you see him losing weight and you see him doing all of this kind of stuff. I said, inside there is something I personally feel like is probably going on with Verb, even from a health standpoint. I feel like they lost a lot of weight very, very fast. And a lot of times, you know, you can look at it like, yeah, it's cool. You can look at it like, yeah, it's Ozempic. You also can look at it like, I went to the doctor and the doctor told you, yo, if you don't change the way you live and you got this going on, that going on, this going on, he ain't gonna get in no space and tell you about it, because at the end of the day, it's all an angle. So I get it, but all this stuff going on state to state. I said that yesterday. The nigga lived in St. Louis, then he lived in Atlanta, then he lived in Houston. Now he's supposed to be out here in Vegas. He's supposed to be out here. I might run into him at the Super Bowl or something. He's supposed to be out here in Vegas, and I told you, and I was like, damn, 4 different places in 5 years, bro. I got out of jail in 2019. When I got out of jail in 2019, Verb was in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? And then he was in Atlanta. I noticed because me and him was talking about at one point in time doing an Untold Truth. So of course I'm like, yo, I'll pull up on you. I wish Verb still had, you know, Verb lost his Instagram. I wish he still had the DMs that me and him got, because now he like to act like, oh, I wasn't really fucking with unbiased. He had the case, all this kind of stuff. The DMs are very different, bro. I was gonna pay Verb $400, $100 an hour to interview him. It chump change to me. I know he's so, it's so crazy, right? The nigga, I was like, Verb, how, you know, he was like, yeah, if I'm gonna sit down with you for that length of time, I gotta charge you. I'm like, okay. I already know what Untold Truths pay. I already know it. You know what I'm saying? I can look at the analytics on YouTube. The nigga was like, yeah, it'd be anywhere from like $75 to like $100 an hour. I gave him the high end, bro. I was like, all right, I'll pay you $400 for 4 hours. I could have been like, yo, I'll give you $75 for, you know, so and so for $300 for 4 hours. I could have gave him the low end. I'm so confident on what the video is gonna make on YouTube. He undervalued his own self. He run around here talking about flagging and bots and all that as if he knows what YouTube if he knows what YouTube pays. He undervalued himself. He was giving me an untold. He thought he was actually like coming up, like, all right, $100 an hour, $100 an hour. All right, bro. Young Ill, who is not really as popular as Verb, but still very, very popular in terms of what he done for battle rap. Young Ill Untold Truth made about $1,600 on YouTube. Hitman Holla Untold Truth made about 2 bands on YouTube, right? You want $400? I already know I'm gonna make at least $1,800 on YouTube on your video. You so thirsty for money. You actually thought you was coming up on me. I jumped at your number. You threw your number out there. I replied immediately, bro. All right, $100 an hour, 4 hours. Let's lock in. He like, oh yeah, I gotta go back to St. Louis. I'm about to battle Easy the Block Captain and all that. I wish he would have never lost his Instagram, bro. Because when he lost his Instagram, the messages between me and him was deaded. But Verb could be bought. That's why this pay Verb era and all that. That's why you say all this kind of stuff about your baby mamas and all this kind of stuff and moving. When you move that much, you're moving based on the price of living around where you are. Like, oh shit, it's kind of high. Now don't get me wrong, it's high out in Vegas too, so I don't really know how he out there, but he out there with a female. I don't really know what's going on with that or what she do or who knows what's going on. But at the end of the day, the nigga was doing blogs in a storage room, bro. I'm like, bro, you ain't got a space, a house, a section of the apartment. It's almost like I don't even want to go inside because there's hella kids in there. That's what the vibe it gave me. So when I look at all this kind of stuff, I'm never confused at who Verb is. When I look at him, I'm like, yes, he at any given moment, he can be booked for a battle. At any given moment, he can battle and probably get, let's see, I mean, maybe for like a max out or something. ARP might have paid him about $20,000 for max out. At any given moment, he can get a decent bag. Maybe not in this era, because this era don't pay, but Gerald McCoy was probably paying him pretty well for these battles. So at any moment, Verb is good enough of a battler to still command a decent check. The kind of check most people can live off of. If you getting 10,000 plus the battle and you can book enough battles, you all right for the year. So Verb is good there, but outside of there, bro, outside of there, it's a wrap. When I was at the Gems battle, and ARP probably told this story. This ain't even no secret no more. Verb shows up at the battle with no money, bro. Shows up at the battle with no money. Don't have no money. He's so confident he's gonna beat Gems though. He's so confident he's gonna beat Gems. Gems ends up winning 5-0. It was like $3,500. Gems gets all the money, right? I interviewed Verb. I never forget the way Verb looked. Verb said he'd never do another judge battle again. Verb looked distraught. He still tried to keep a big face about it. Like, yeah, it just sometimes it just happens, man. Sometimes you get out here on the road and stuff just happens, man. You know, you can't win them all. Gave that little type of speech. But deep down inside, the nigga had to borrow money from ARP to get home, bro. These are the stories y'all niggas don't know. The nigga was so confident. Nigga came to New York with no bread. Came to New York with no money. Nigga had to borrow money from ARP to get to the crib, bro. This is just how confident he needed that money to survive. He needed that money from Gems to kind of make ends meet. And when he didn't get it, nigga had to get a loan from ARP, bro. Facts. One day y'all super chat ARP and be like, yo, did Verb borrow any money from you after he lost the Gems battle? He'll keep it real. He'll tell you. He'll probably tell you. You know what I'm saying? I think he mentioned it. I think when he was doing that 12-part series about Verb, I think he broke it down about all the stuff he done for Verb and how they used to be cool. But these are the things that happen. So Verb, to a lot of people, because he looks the part. He got the waves. He always has a haircut. He always shows up in like some type of decent attire. One of the better dressed guys that used to battle. You know what I'm saying? At least he took his appearance, you know, for the way it is. But deep down inside, Verb was dealing with a lot to try to like maneuver in battle rap. And that's where the pay Verb and all this kind of stuff. He chased a lot of battles. He chased the B-Dot battle and stuff like that. Trying to do the battle. And stuff like that. He battled a lot of people that you normally wouldn't think. He went back to and battled Mecca. on street status and stuff like that. He's long on URL. He should be way past doing one rounders on street status, but he needed the money, bro. So when I look at this Verb situation, I'm just like, I understand a lot of this of what's going on, and Hitman is just nailing it on the head about his unhappiness, the baby mamas, the way he lives, the apartment with no space, so that's why you got to go in spaces. All this stuff is therapy. Now, I do think Verb is going to respond. From what I'm hearing, I think he's going to respond, bro. You know, I'm hearing it through the grapevine that he's crafting something. And I actually think he's going to battle, too. A lot of people think he won't battle no more. I think he's battling soon as well. I think we already know Frank White said he'll book him. You know what I'm saying? Frank White ain't left battle rap, bro. The nigga is blogging right now. The nigga did a recap the other day. I'm like, nigga, you a blogger now? What the fuck going on? Yo, you know what? Yo, I might do a blog on these niggas too. All these niggas used to diss battle rap blogging. All of these niggas, all y'all do is talk about battlers all the time. All y'all do is wake up and talk about men and wake up and talk. All these niggas then turn into bloggers, bro. And I saw Frank White do a recap the other day. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, nigga, you a recapper? So yeah, Frank White is still in battle rap, and I do got a feeling he's going to book Verb. So Verb is gonna probably come out with a track and probably come out with a booking soon as well. So he's not done by the least. And I'm interested to see what he has to say. And as for Hitman, let me say this before I get out of here. I'm glad Hitman got on this track. I'm glad he was able to kind of say what he had to say and get whatever he needed to get off his chest and remind people of who the fuck he is. Because anytime you lose a battle like he did with the Mook stuff, people start to be thinking like, oh, Hitman fell off, he's whack, and Hitman lost to Geechee, and Hitman lost to Hustle, and Hitman lost this battle and that battle, and Easy to Block Cabinet. And then battles that's debatable, they start saying you lost, and battles that you lost, they start saying you got killed. So when you lose a battle, the way a lot of people feel like he probably lost to Mook, when you lose that battle, people feel like, oh, Hitman ain't really who Hitman is. No, Hitman is still who Hitman is. And this right here just reminds you of when it's on a beat and rapping, he's still one of the best niggas doing this shit in battle rap. A letter to the culture, other freestyles he did on his channel. Like, Hitman has always been able to hop on a beat and kill it. And the diss track he did to Easy, so it ain't nothing. It don't surprise me that he's able to get on here and go crazy. He actually went more crazy than I thought he would, though. Like, he really took the gloves off on Verb on this one. But I do feel like it's a good reminder for people to appreciate Hitman more. I do feel like Hitman was kind of like, there was this narrative like, oh, you lost to Mook and then you went to go play basketball. That's what Verb tried to carry. So this is just a reminder that Hitman is still who Hitman is. And this is also a reminder, this all started with Mills, bro. And when I did that blog the other day, salute to everybody that watched J Mills, the algorithm. This is another thing. This started with Mills. Mills got on T-Top. Hold on, how it started. Mills got on T-Top. Then Verb and Mickey got on T-Top like, yo, why you gonna respond to Mills? That didn't happen. And then Verb was like, I'll respond to Mills. He took forever to respond to Mills. Mickey then got on him about responding to Mills. Verb then sent Truffaut on Mickey. Mickey dismantled Truffaut, even though Truffaut put up a good fight. I like what Truffaut did, but I don't got him winning. But and then it went from Verb to Mickey. It all started, though, the first domino to fall was Mills name dropping T-Top. And then from there, it went into the spaces and it took a whole life of its own. So y'all, a lot of y'all be tired of the diss tracks. We would have never got this, bro. There would have never been a 7-day plague if Mills would have never been kicking off these diss tracks. This is the dominoes that continue to fall. And I'm not saying he's the first person to do a diss track. Serious Jones was dissing Head Ice and Rex and all this kind of stuff. And Easy did the Top Tier remix. There's been diss tracks all in all. Don't get me wrong. But this wave right here started with Mills, bro. It started with Mills. And this is just a reminder. And this is why I used to tell y'all I'm never tired of the diss tracks. Y'all used to be, oh, I'm tired of the diss tracks. If we would have stopped the diss tracks a long time ago, we would have never even got this 7-day plague. We would have never even got the tracks Verb put out. We would have never even got some of the other tracks that other guys put out, Top Floor Lewd and Rosenberg Raw and all this kind of stuff. We would have never got Hitman and hop out and get on a remix. We would have never got none of this if it would have just stopped at Goods and Mills. So no, I'm glad it continued. I don't want it to be forced. I don't know how I feel about Jay Mills and Rum Nitty. They look like they might engage in a little verbal warfare. I don't know, because I feel like the thing with Rum Nitty, and I was talking to Vada Fly about this the other day. I was like, Rum Nitty not a promoter. He's not somebody that's just gonna be like, oh, you know, let me do blogs and let me amp it up and let me do interviews and amp it up. He don't really promote well enough to engage. Well, he don't got a channel. He don't got nothing. He ain't like Goods and DNA and Mickey. They all got channels, and Verb going spaces. Rum don't have that. So you're gonna get the diss tracks, but then you're gonna get Mills to go into the space. I mean, go into his YouTube channel and talk. Where's Rum gonna speak at though? So I don't know, man. Let me get back. Let me go back a little bit, man. I gotta get back. Hold on.
Age and Verb ain't gonna do shit but try to flag my page. You mean I know why you hate we vibe, so I kept my eyes on them. You was freezing cold, so your buzz, I had to help you get it. Biggest moment of your life, my father had to help you with it. Said you hate black women, really don't get you, brother. Dumbest shit ever, cause your mother not a different color. Bitch nigga, I ain't stutter. What then got into you? 4 black daughters, how could you say that in them interviews? That's why your kids hate you. Everybody, it's a cancer. Ask your son, do he love you? Ask mine, different answer. Fans know who's who, don't let them fool you. Your crib ain't got a upstairs, who you talking views to? Where we rest our head at, I won in that department. Keep running to them spaces, cause ain't none in that apartment. The nigga so miserable, he laughing at me playing ball. McCoy don't fuck with you, second girls you done ran off. Okay, you be Mook and Lux, I think you should listen in. My mom and my sons don't hate me, that's a bigger win. Tagging Nick to get me fired, you wanted me to cry, bro. Let's say that did work, I got 6 other jobs though. This new Verb look, I don't know that motherfucker. Mill smoked you, you replied back, throw that motherfucker. Been grown, I got a son half my age, and Verb ain't gonna do shit but try to flag my page. You mean I know why you hate me? Mad cause you the brokest, what they paying you to battle, they couldn't give me the host. Ain't nobody gonna tell you I am, cause I'm realer. Man, it's time for a Verb to really look in the mirror. He really think he a killer, look at who he become. Man, it's time to tell the set that the movie is done. And once upon a time he had a voice and we hear him, but what's the point of show?
He is gliding on this beat, bro. He is gliding on this. This is actually some of the best kind of breakdown I done heard Hitman do on a track. I listened to a lot of different freestyles that he's done over the years, and this right here is kind of, yo, he's just the Gerald McCoy angle, the kids angle. Your kids don't love you. You no wonder you hate women because of the baby mom. I think there's a lot of validity to a lot of that stuff. He do have a lot of like anger towards women, and I'm just like, nigga, you ain't even went through what I went through. I caught a whole case over a female. I should have some serious anger. But you probably got like baby mama drama that you just blanketed all women in general and just feel a certain way about that. He's saying his kids don't like you. I don't know. I never seen Verb post nothing with his kids. No nothing. I'm not saying you have to. Internet is kind of crazy. You might not want to do nothing like that, but I don't know, he floating on this shit.
Listen to that, every day it get weirder. He ended up a failure. Well, listen closely, I got something I want to tell. On the real shit, it's real, Verb, where should I begin? You mad at everybody else because you fighting with them. Look right in the lens, you sick, bro, your body is thin. Probably break your whole face, I land this right on your chin. Get cold at night, got nobody to hold at night. Your world crashing down, know you cause your soul ain't right. Chinese rhymes, Chaz Bro, follow the signs. You only get one, go apologize to your moms. You know that you bluffing. Your daughters don't call you for nothing. Be a man, be a father. Tell your sons that you love them. Crowd them with facts. You're 44, you gotta relax. Stand tall, right your wrongs. Ain't too proud to be that. Watch how they react. I ain't trying to act like I'm perfect. Nobody is, but being a man, I bet that it's worth it. I'm at your service. I had to ignore you on purpose. Could have been killed you, but I'd rather you find your purpose. I'm scratching the soil. I get it.
All right, last thing I'm gonna say is I have not talked about Mickey Factz. Save the best for last, man. Shout out to Mickey, man. Amazing work. I want to commend you. I want to applaud you. I want to say thank you. I definitely have enjoyed these 8 days. You know what I'm saying? So if ain't nobody else tell you that, I'm gonna tell you that as a blogger. I definitely think it's been dope. And there is always a method to the madness, bro. I feel like Mickey has got, and there's another thing. It don't take long to do these tracks. I know a lot of y'all be thinking like, oh, what is Mickey doing this for? Like what happened between him and Verb? And it looked like he's spending a lot of time. Bro, he's doing these tracks in like 3 days, bro. He probably did all 7 of these tracks in 3 days, and plus shot videos. And these are faceless videos, which is a quick way to do on YouTube, where you can just pretty much type in what you want to talk about, not on YouTube, but like with AI and shit. Type in what you want to talk about, and they'll create a whole lot of stuff. And all you seeing is basically images. Like OwnBot got a lot of Chinese stuff, so you can do all that. It'll bring in some of these Chinese images and the captions and everything, so that you see all the words across the screen that's being said. That's the new faceless YouTube channels that are blowing up everywhere, where their AI basically creates the stuff for you, and you don't even have to do that. And I don't know for sure if Mickey is doing that, but it don't take a lot of work to do this kind of stuff if you know how to do this. And Mickey makes music, so y'all, what y'all look at is hard. This is what they do, bro. So when he gets on the in his live yesterday and be like, yo, me and Mills are built for this. This is what we do. We had to rap on the corner. We had to create stuff. I did an Untold Truth with Arsenal back in the day. I caught up with him at a studio, and he was basically laying down verses for people that paid him. They had paid him like $100, $150 to do verses. So he was writing 16s like this, bro, and going in the studio and recording them every 15, 20 minutes. He'll write it, record it, and be done. 1 or 2 takes, he done. Just that quick. And I'm just like, just send them they verse back. And it's just that fast. And I be thinking like, damn, you just knocked out like 8 verses in like 2 hours. And he's just like, yeah, it's nothing. And this is just what they do. So salute to Mickey for this. Obviously, people who did not know who Mickey was know who Mickey is now. People who was underestimating Mickey's ability, because I feel like even now he has a greater appreciation for who he is as an artist. There's a lot of people that's like, oh, I don't even know what Mickey does. And y'all might know Mickey from Battle Rapper, maybe not bought none of Mickey's music. He's putting all these tracks. I think he got an EP or something where you can sell them. I saw some people that was buying them the other day, screenshots of them buying them. There's always a method to the madness, and all you trying to do is stay in the algorithm, stay talked about, and all this kind of stuff. And if this don't do nothing but get you another feature, another booking, another whatever, at the end of the day, it's worth it. This ain't hard work for niggas that do this, bro. And I just want to reiterate that. But salute to Mickey. Great job on the whole project. Amazing work. And it looks like the diss track, well, I ain't gonna say it come to an end, because like I said, I think Verb is gonna respond. After the Super Bowl. I think we can expect to hear something from Verb. And I don't know, I mean, obviously it won't matter completely, because Mickey dropped 7 songs on you, really 8 with Hitman. So I mean, you ain't gonna do nothing but 1 or 2, and then it is what it is. But I don't know, maybe throw that motherfucker part 2. I'll let your boy.